Welcome back, everyone, to Energy Unleashed, the Midlife Reset podcast. If you've ever felt that you're tired of, say, living in a loop of just problems and triggers, and you just want to learn and lead in divine flow, divine intention, then this is the episode for you. Today, we're going to talk about energy flow and manifestation. And we have a wonderful, inspiring, returning guest with us today that's going to help explain and show how to break through those spiritual blockages through a Kabbalistic principle. So let's welcome Avigail Tree.
Hi, so good to see you. Thanks for having me. This is a really
Yes.
fun topic. I'm excited. This is probably my biggest passion, is just harnessing life. And the more knowledge we have about what's going on, our soul, how it works, then we have more power to do that.
Absolutely. No, that's why you and I were so in alignment with these type of conversations, because although I don't myself personally practice hardcore the Kabbalah, there's so many principles with that and knowledge and wisdom that I totally agree with, and I'm excited to learn more. And I know there's many out there that aren't very familiar with the Kabbalah, but it is so powerful when you link the Kabbalah with energy and the basics of how this universe is formed. As long as you believe in it and you do these techniques or way of living, you can accomplish so much, get rid of a lot of cords and generational things, which we're going to get totally into today. But I agree. I love this topic. First things first. So let's just start from the basics and then we'll just start flowing. And who doesn't want to learn about energy flow and manifestation? Like this is amazing. Energy, just the basics of energy. This is, you cannot create it or destroy it. It is simply just transformed. And to those who are more logical, this is like the first foundational law of physics called thermodynamics. So take it away from there, and basically, how does that tie into, getting in a state of energy flow, and how does that tie into the Kabbalah? And take it away.
So Kabbalah is amazing. It's really just wisdom that's been revealed through sages and very, like clear energy people that were clear channels. They tapped into this wisdom and made very practical ways for us to understand it so we can use it in our lives, which it's such a gift to know. So my understanding of what I've been taught through the Kabbalah Center is that this whole reality we're living in is an illusion. Like really everything started with the creator, the universe. It's all light. It's all goodness. And what we're going through is this reincarnation process of returning to this state. And what we experience in between that seems like darkness is the energy we need to transform. So through reactive behavior, through impulsive behavior, through selfish behavior where we just take for ourselves and not for the greater good, we conceal this light energy. If everything's light, what we do is with our selfishness, we conceal it with darkness, dense energy. It's like the illusion that there's lack, that I need to take for myself and it's not abundant, that I can just share. So when we live in the state of lack and we act in a state of lack, we create this dense energy, the Kabbalists call klipot. It's like dark, dense energy that encapsulates the truth, that light and abundance. So our process, our work in life is to unveil, to get rid of this klipot, get rid of this dense energy and reveal the light that is truth. It's abundance. It's us. It's our soul. It's God.
Right. And it's like all the memories from past generations that is just there. And unless it's fixed or resolved, right, it just remains there until that person decides to change, correct?
Yeah. So either we can do this two ways. We can do it proactively, where we take it upon ourselves and say, I want to change and shift. Or eventually the universe wants us to grow, wants to help us. It's not going to leave us in this state of lack. It'll push us to make this happen through pain, suffering, stress. I have no other choice. Sometimes death, there's other ways it can happen. So we can do this proactively. And we talked about those steps.
And then quick question. So before we get into those steps, when you guys say the stages, you're saying this is just like a description of a person that is,
Like a
how do you
wise
explain sages?
person. So a wise
Okay.
person that is very clear channel. They're not, they don't have big egos and things, so they're able to connect to this wisdom. So there, I mean, there's these people in all sorts of wisdoms. Every religion or spiritual practice has these very high level souls that channel information. So Kabbalah, we call them Kabbalists,
Yes.
sages.
I see. Okay, that makes sense. So it's not like, let's say you and I were going through life, maybe in the future we'll become sages the more we go through, correct? The more we go through.
Every single soul will reach this level. They call it a Siddiq. It's a righteous soul where they're just a
Mm.
pure channel. We will all get there. A lot of us just take more time than there's a few that did it a little faster than us.
Right, right, for
So we look
sure,
to
for
them
sure.
for with the wisdom. Yeah.
Gotcha. No, for sure. And I mean, this whole entire purpose of living, which some people are just like, oh, this is hell down here, et cetera, et cetera. We are here because we chose to come here, and we need to learn through experiences. The experience, we're here to serve and create, and it's all part of the journey for when it's our turn to transition to become higher vibration and to do more in our future lives as well. But, you know, what we're saying is like a spiritual form of things, but also our bodies, our human bodies, we're like billions of neurons all talking with the nervous system. Everything is completely related. So yes, it's spiritually connected to the divine, but these are all practical ways and steps to live in higher vibration. And when we are in a higher vibrational state, it's energy flow. This is what this episode is about, just being in better flow for our lives. For me, for those who want to know like a little bit about myself, I did post a story, but back then it was just issue after issue after issue that was happening in my life, problem after problem. Our bodies are all tied to neurons that talk to each other. Its language is the nervous system. The nervous system
Mhm.
is emotions and feelings. So all of that ties into the Kabbalah. And when we learn practical ways of just what to do in this situation, what to do in that situation, just take it as just a different way of how to do something, and your life will transform. Like me, since living more spiritually, I was like that. I was stuck in a loop, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm such a good person. Why is one thing after the other happening to me? Why me? Victim mentality. And I'm just like, geez, when can I catch a break? Because it was like one thing after the other. But it was probably like, generational issues going on. And it's until me, am putting a stop to it, cleansing myself, clearing it out, getting rid of that spiritual energetic blockage. Now things are shifting into place. It's just so cool when you look at it from like a
Mm.
distance, right? But yes, if there are those that maybe don't believe or say, oh, this is not my kind of religion. It's not a religion. Take it as a technique. And this is just a way of living, of just a different way of explaining our beautiful, beautiful universe, and how to just live in better flow.
I use the word creator and universe in tandem a lot. This force, I know a lot of people have like religious context and it can really deter like thinking it is religion when I use this term creator. Really, what like Kabbalah, what I've learned about this word that helped me to heal my relationship with this power is that it's really just a force of creation. It's a force
Yes.
of unconditional sharing. It's abundant. So all it wants to do is share. This is the essence of how plants grow, of how
Yes.
a human is born. It's not a man in the sky that's there to judge you or shame you. All it is there is to like give to you, and it's us. It's Kabbalah is about learning about us, the vessel, the way to connect with this energy. It's not about changing God. It's not about convincing God. God doesn't care. God's just giving to us. It's all about us, like
It's
doing our thing.
yes. No,
So in
100%.
a way, it goes very much with science and physics and stuff. We have to really take away the religion view of God, right? In order to like tap into all of this.
100%. And we're not denying there's nothing out there. There is a creator who created this universe. There's a higher power for sure. Maybe we can explain the breakage of energetic blockages, explain what that's called, and just how do we even start to get there, for the purpose of breaking these patterns, this loop
Mhm.
of problem, issue after issue. We just need to end it. We're tired of it. And this is like first steps of like just finally just being free and moving towards divine intention and just good energy flow.
So our soul wants to be revealed, right? The light wants to be revealed. It doesn't want to be in darkness. So what will happen is when the light wants to be revealed, it's going to push on that dense energy, that dark energy called klipot. This is a Aramaic word, but it has energy just in the word. It's like a vibration that explains this
Yes.
darkness. So even saying it out loud, it kind of helps the process.
Ooh, okay. What is it called again? Everybody say it.
Klipot, klipot. So
Klipot.
when you
Yes,
think about
words are
klipot, the
powerful.
dense energy, like this is what we're shifting. This is what we're getting rid of. And how you're going to do that, it's not going to be comfortable, I'll tell you. When triggers come up, they're not comfortable for a reason. When they were first created, it was because we took energy selfishly, reactively out of lack. And it feels
Okay.
really good at first. It feels really good to get angry. It feels really good to get selfish. So when it feels really, really good at first, it's like a drug. You're taking energy that you didn't earn. So it feels great. But when you do that, there's a drop. Just like after a drug, you have a low.
Uh-huh.
Just like after you're angry, you're going to create this dense energy, even though it feels good. So this klipot is going to come up when the light wants to be revealed, when our soul wants to get rid of it and wants to go to its next level. It wants to receive abundance. It wants to connect to its soulmate. It needs to get rid of this dense energy so that the energy can flow. So the light of the universe, the light of your soul can flow out and manifest in abundance, manifest in purpose, manifest in a soulmate.
So through our experiences, say in this current earthly lifetime,
Or,
oh,
I
we
mean,
go through our issues.
all of it's brought through past life, though. I will say we
See,
come
oh
with it
yes,
from past life because
yes,
everything's coming from past lives. It's all like patterns, and we're just here to cleanse what we. I mean, we can add more and layers,
right,
but
right.
most everything's tied to past lives, and like you said, ancestral and everything.
So like even those who are bad boys, bad girls, like the more when you're doing harm and just evil, okay, well, you think that what you're doing is just for right here, right now. No, that's gonna carry on to the next generations moving forward and more lives to come. But what's cool is like we have the choice right now today to if you're in a constant loop of just issues, you can at any moment decide to change, break those blockages. It may not be easy, but there's yeah, ways to just get rid of that dense energy. And let me tell you, I did feel that I had that constant heaviness, like constantly with me and now working energetically, clearing blockages within this beautiful divine line of energy. Things are flowing much, much better. But with what you're teaching is going just way deeper, cleaning up past blockages and drama and things going on.
When you have desire, so Kabbalah teaches what's going to drive this process is going to be your desire. So based off of what you want, like say you really want to manifest a soulmate, based off of your desire, if you want something, the universe wants to give you your greatest desires. So it's going to help you to align with that thing. So when you have a desire and you're fighting for it, you have a goal, you want to go towards something, then the universe will create a path to get there. And that's going to come by pushing at this klipot, right? It's going to push out the darkness in order for you to cleanse it to align with what you want. So a really good way if you want to start this process, I mean, a lot of us probably, it just happens naturally. But if you want something or you want to manifest a lot of money or something of that extent, you're going to notice things are going to get hard fast. You're going to start to hit blocks. You're going to start to see your insecurities. You're going to start to see your selfishness, your garbage. And this is on purpose because the creator says, okay, the universe says, okay, let's get you there. We got to clean out the stuff on the way to align you with
Ah.
this.
So yes, because you need to match that frequency
Mm-hmm.
of what that thing is, because everything is frequency, everything is vibration. So
Yeah.
you're right. So, oh, I want my prince, my dream soulmate. Sure, but are you that person as well? Are you at that level of how high and how good that you want something? Because if not, things are going to shift energetically and start appearing into your life to match it. How are you going to handle that situation and the situations that come up?
So how we handle it, this is the exciting part. This is where Kabbalah is like, Life changing. This is the first class you ever take on Kabbalah1.com. It's the intro class. Pay what you can. Kabbalah Center put it out to help. There's this concept when a trigger comes up, you feel lack, you feel like out of control. Pause. Like as simple as that. Just don't react. You just pause. And what you're doing is you're stopping the reactive process. You're stopping the connection you have to this thing to just take energy. So when
Uh-huh.
you pause and you can not take energy from it, from this place, we see it as an opportunity. At this place, when we want to get angry and we're not getting angry, we feel like we're going to die. When we like want to reach out to somebody who ghosted us and call them or text them or post a thirst trap, I don't know what people do, you know, like
Yeah.
when you pause and you restrict this reactive behavior, like you feel like so much lack. All the lack is
Uh-huh.
coming up. This is the moment where you say, okay, this is my opportunity to shift destinies. This is my opportunity to clear this dense energy, this
I
klipo.
like that. Shift destinies. Yes, yes, yes.
So when the trigger comes up, we pause, we say, what an opportunity. And then this is the time where we need to feel the lack a little bit. We just sit in the feeling. We sit in the feeling of the pain that we feel not taking energy from this thing. Because what we're doing, why we are feeling lack, is because we've been taking energy from something that isn't the creator, isn't ours from inside of us. We're taking energy
Uh-huh.
from a relationship. We're attached. These are called attachments, right? We're
Yeah.
attached to a person, a job, status, title. So when it's taken away from us, when somebody's okay, no longer we're like have the reputation in our friend group, something came up and we lost, you know, our street cred and we feel so insecure. Okay, it's because we were attached to other people's
Yes.
validation.
That's so good.
So we
That's so
pause
good.
when this happens, right? We say,
Yep.
okay, this is perfect. This is my opportunity to cleanse this because I don't want to be connected and yanked around by somebody else's validation. I don't want to be yanked around by this boss. Like, I want to connect to the infinite power of the universe where I'm protected, I'm guided, I'm abundant no matter what. So the pause is very important because you can't go straight to let me connect to the creator. Let me act from a soul place. You
No.
gotta take that
Yeah.
moment of control, you know?
And when you react instantly and you're not feeling good, that's total low vibration, period. So what's going to go on next? It's going to be very similar to those low vibrational
You just add
things.
on to it,
Yeah.
really.
And a snowball effect. Exactly. Just pause, reflect, don't respond right away because the test is how you respond because how you respond is all energetic as well, right? So what you're going to attract is going to match the frequency that you are. So pay attention, have good self-awareness. However, it's not as easy as, oh, just stop, don't react. It's going to take time to learn, and there's so much free resources out there anyways, but get somebody to also help you how to have that better self-awareness and you know, type it in on Google and figure out ways to just get better at that. Let's say there's like jealousy of someone or a
Mm-hmm.
friend or
Mm-hmm.
whichever. Pay attention. That jealousy could be that maybe you want that something that they have. That's
Mm-hmm.
a reflection, like a mirror reflection. So it's like you said, just stop, don't respond, and just take a look at why are you feeling that way,
Mm-hmm.
and what's next after that? After they just sit with that, what should they do the next?
So we pause, we recognize it as the opportunity to shift now. We feel the feeling. So we've talked about this. Pain is actually very cleansing.
Uh-huh.
So if you can
Yes.
sit in the feeling of jealousy, not acting on it, but sit in it, it actually is cleansing that dense energy, just feeling that feeling,
Uh-huh.
you know,
Oh, good point.
feeling the feeling is cleansing the energy. And then in that place, when we feel it, we recognize, okay, this isn't what I want. You know, I want to get rid of this dark energy. I don't want to feel jealous. Then we go into a soul place. We get grounded and we connect to our soul. We connect
Uh-huh.
to the universe, the light within us, however we want to call it. If you want to connect just energetically, you say, I want to go to the earth, up to the universe, and you feel come in this grounded place. Then this is the fourth step is you get centered and you say, everything is within me. I have everything I need. And then from this place, guide me.
Yes. And guide me is when you are connected, you're asking that because when you're connected, you're in this frequency and you're open. You've gone through that hard, denser part of whatever you were feeling. So once you're now cut through that, this is your opportunity to ask the divine, the higher being, your higher self. And does the Kabbalah believe in also guides, like guides as well?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Angels are very big. There's like the archangels are very powerful. Also, any like righteous souls, you know, like we talk about the sages of the Kabbalists, but you know, Jesus, Muhammad, whoever, like if there's a high soul, call them in by all means. Very powerful. Or ancestors,
Exactly.
and everyone has a personal guardian angel. It's very useful to connect with.
Yeah, yeah.
This process is going to look different depending on the amount, like how big of a trigger it is, right? If it's a little trigger, you might be able to go through this process in a couple minutes, just
Right,
sitting there with
right,
nobody even knows you're doing
right,
it, you know, and then
right,
you can act from a soul place right there. But some might
right.
be very big that you know, you just, all you do is pause and, okay, this is an
Yes.
opportunity. And then I go home and I'm going to figure this out at home when I'm in
Yep.
my own setting. And maybe I act in 3 days from now, you know.
Correct. And it's not a one-time quick fix, absolutely not. And
This
maybe
is a
that,
constant, a
yes.
constant process.
No, and that should be daily living. Like this literally should be to go to bed well rested and to allow better flow. You know, if you don't have time, whatever happened, occurred that triggered you or something negative that had happened. Okay, like you said, feel it, right? Sit with it, etc., and make sure you don't go to bed hanging on to that while you go to bed. Take time, take a shower, have your quiet time and do this and just connect and ask for guidance and you're going to get clarity if you do that and you're going to feel so much better.
It really, really is helpful for me in this process to just keep reminding myself, you know what? I am an infinite soul. I don't need quick fix energy. Like
Uh-huh.
I actually really want to manifest all of my dreams, and and like I can do it, you know? Because I think sometimes when we have low self-esteem, when we don't realize how infinite we are, like we actually are, like our abilities actually are, then
Uh-huh.
it's easy to just be like, ah, it's not worth it. Like I'm just not gonna
Yeah,
deal with this pain and this work,
or
and
whatever.
you
Yeah, that's for the
know.
woo-woos. That's for the, yeah, that's not a biggie.
But
No.
if you like really truly, I believe so strongly that we are all meant to have so much happiness. And it takes work to do it, but this is the work of knowing our worthiness and being
Mhm.
willing to be uncomfortable to get to it.
100%.
But always, always the discomfort needs to come from a place of worthiness. It's not self deprecating. It's not shame. It's not, oh, I'm less than, so I'm going to just feel bad about myself. That's the worst. Actually, the worst the Kabbalists teach shame, guilt is the worst feeling you could ever have. But when we
Yes.
sit in the
Yep.
discomfort, we're saying I am worthy of greater than what I've been settling for. I've been settling for energy from this person's validation. I've been settling for just having somebody around to give me a little bit of energy every day. But I'm infinite. I deserve everything. I'm going to sit in the feeling of not
Yes.
having a partner and feeling lack for a minute. I'm going to sit in the feeling of somebody talking bad about me and my reputation being ruined for a minute because you know what? I'm way better than that. I deserve the whole world to see how
Correct.
great I am.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so true. And it's all vibrational. If you want to flip that, find something higher and just start like flipping that to what's the opposite and just embody it and say it to yourself. Even though you may not believe it, it'll kind of help raise you up from that just a little bit more. Emotions are energy in motion, as they say. So you want to try to sit in it, feel it, but you've got to try not to live in shame every single day, carrying things on from your past. And we have to start practicing to let that go because somebody's not going to get anywhere if they're just every day just feeling shame for something in their past that happened.
No, shame is they say it's the worst thing because it literally just stops you. Like there's nothing that you can do.
Uh,
You're
yeah.
just maybe something happened, a pain, or you were selfish, you know? I'm selfish every
Uh-huh.
single day in a million ways. In a million ways I don't recognize that I'm selfish. It's fine. But the faster you can say, oh, yeah, I was selfish. Okay, let's move on. Let's shift that. Great. But if I sit there
Right.
and I say, oh, I'm so terrible, I'm so bad, then I'm just bearing it. And then, like, what good is that doing for the world? Who's that helping?
Right, 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 exactly. No, we're human, first of all. And I mean, in a way, it's okay to be selfish when it is things that are good, that are going to raise you to the highest, raise you for the better around. And if you want something now, fine, great. But are you that thing, or is that thing going to make you better? And it's just practice, trying to get better as we go on in life. And my gosh, but no, totally. And words are very powerful as well. I
Mhm.
remember doing this muscle test when we're doing like intentional tests, I guess you can say, just from energy and feeling the person. As simple as like if you go like this, right? Like, and again, it's all just from the mind and the energy that comes through. But if we were
Mhm.
to like, you could feel a difference. Like if you were to sit here and say like the lowest thing, like I am you try it with me. Let's try this
Okay. Yeah.
together. We're
Teach me.
we're gonna do this. It's a muscle test here. So thumb and finger, uh-huh.
Okay.
So as we say, we're gonna say one of the lowest. So I am bad. So just think this that I hate this, I am bad, I am shameful, this is not good. And just don't try too hard, but just pull it out. So it's snapping, right? I am
Hmm.
shameful. I am bad. This is not good. I hate this. I am not good. So it's going, right? Like you
Hmm.
don't want to try to force it too hard. Now, so same thing. So as if we're speaking with someone and whatever their feelings are, sometimes we'll use this to kind of like help guide us towards the right way. But so now we're going to do this again, right? And just say, I am powerful. I love myself. I am strong. I am beautiful, right? It doesn't budge. It doesn't budge. But it's not that we're
Amazing.
forcing it. It's just energy and it's like the
Wow.
mind, right? So, and there's
Wow.
like other things like that, but that's just like a
That's so
quick
cool.
little
I
something.
love that.
Yeah,
That's
but
so fun. Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
yeah, and
I'm gonna
even
do
do it
that with
with
my
your
kids.
kids. Yes, yes. But just to show like it's all just mind and intention, and it's powerful how we feel, what we say. So we just have to be very careful with that.
The Rob Berg, he was the person who kind of founded and started the Kabbalah Center with his wife, or like really manifested it for everyone to learn. Was his biggest thing constantly. Consciousness is everything. Consciousness is everything. Like what you do, okay, secondary, your consciousness is everything. So, like, anytime you have a low vibration thought, like we call this our opponent. This is like an
Uh-huh.
oppositional force that helps us to overcome it. Thank it for being there because now you have the opportunity to choose greater consciousness. So you always want to overwrite these negative thoughts to like really great
Yes.
high consciousness. And that's
Yeah.
everything.
Ah, that's so good. So, yeah, similar to what we were explaining about the triggers. So, right there, whatever the trigger is, whether it's angry or you hate them for what they did or something, or jealousy that, oh, this person is copying me or doing whatever, we need to be conscious and say, it's not easy, but do our best to bless them. Like literally just bless them and say, oh, good for you. And try to feel it, try to feel it though.
Well, you
And
know
like,
what happens though when you bless people? So Kabbalah will teach you this is you're going directly to a form of abundance. Because when you are purely
right.
abundant, all you want to do is share. You don't need anything. So you're like, what's if you have everything in the world, all you want to do is share. You're like, how can I make the world better? How can I,
Yeah.
help people? So when you bless people, when you pray for people, when you wish good on it's you're telling the universe, I don't need anything. I have everything. And now you're in this vibration of abundance. So it's
Yeah.
extra powerful what you're saying.
Oh, yes. And then you'll get more of that because then the universe wants to give you whatever you're feeling and whatever your vibration is. So that's good idea. So everybody bless everyone because
Oh my.
that's true. Yes. Send them blessings and be grateful for what they have. And even if it is a form of you wish you had this or you'd had that, that's good. They have that for whatever reason they do. Bless them. And your time is coming as long as you practice on raising the vibration daily. The universe will respond. Source will respond according to your feelings, your beliefs. And if you believe truly that you deserve something so amazing, believe it with conviction and work towards that. You really do want that amazing person. Are you that? So be to that level. The abundance. We all want to be millionaire, billionaires, but are you ready to receive that as a thing? Will you be careless? Are you going to receive that abundance and do good out in the world? Then you have those who are just so genuine and just so caring and really support and lift all those around them. And that's why you see that, you feel and see their aura and their beautiful flow. They're just so genuine. And these people, I'm like, God bless them. And they're just, helping all of those around them. And it just feels like they've all done the work. They're doing the work. It's not given to them, but they're able to just, even they have their businesses, but they have people, teams that are according to their culture, their values, and it's just a very good flow. And that's why their business is so successful, because they're finding the right match, people with good values, and just that's high vibration, and that's why they're doing so well.
Yeah. And you know what? It takes a lot of spiritual work to get to this place, but I
Yeah.
will say, like, I've lived life without the spiritual work and being dragged to grow. And then I've lived life doing spiritual work and being proactive. And the proactive route is much more enjoyable. So I
Yes.
encourage anyone, and when they say, oh, it's too hard, I don't want to do it, it's harder up front, way easier
Uh-huh.
down the road.
It is, right? Because it's just also being out of your comfort zone, dealing with things that come up that maybe is not what I wanted or expected. I can handle it so well now compared to what I would do prior
Yeah.
to, before my spiritual journey. So yeah, sitting in it and just being more aware and just understanding that it's not a piece of cake, but this is all needed to raise you higher, to be your best self, for greater and greater things, for sure. And your spiritual journey too. I mean, you, since doing practicing the Kabbalah, you like dedicate pretty much, this is your way of living right now. You've incorporated it into your life and your family, and you've seen change. Like if you're standing from the outside, you've seen
Oh my
dramatic
gosh.
change.
Oh, I mean,
Wow.
honestly, I want to say dramatic change since I started studying, but dramatic change every single week, month, like
Nice.
rapid change. They say with this wisdom, it's not just Kabbalah. Kabbalah encapsulates so much wisdom, but a lot of practices, have a lot of this wisdom in it. For me, Kabbalah has been the most powerful and impactful, because it's very practical, very grounded.
Uh-huh.
Um, they say you can do the work of like 20 lifetimes. Like, what if you don't know and you're just trying and you're doing good things, you can do good work in 1 year or one lifetime. But with this wisdom, you can do the work and the growth and the revelation of your soul that you might have taken 20 lifetimes to do. So we're living in a day now where it's so available, this wisdom, this spirituality, it's such a blessing to be
It
a part of it.
is. It
It's
is.
so
We have
empowering.
internet now. Yes. And literally, if you're just curious about what one practice is versus the other, you just Google it, and there you are. I hope this is like inspiration for those out there to just see. Um, this is total practical ways to steps 1 through 4. What were they again? They were number 1 is to just pause,
So
right?
pause, see it as an opportunity, feel the feeling, feel the lack, and then
Uh-huh.
connect to your soul or the divine and
That's
go
number
from
1.
that place. So these are the 4. So 1, when you're triggered, pause.
Yes.
Observe, see it from
Yep.
like an outsider perspective, almost like you like out of body experience, like, okay,
Don't
what's going
react.
on here?
Yep.
Don't react.
Yep. Yep.
2, recognize it as an opportunity. This is my chance now. I get to shift destinies. Amazing. I love it. It hurts,
Think
but I love it. I
higher
want to do it.
frequency. Yep. Higher
Yes.
frequency, higher frequency. Uh-huh.
3, sit in the feeling. Feel the discomfort of being
Oh, yes.
disconnected.
Yep.
Because what you're doing, you're disconnecting from an external source, and you got to feel that disconnection before you can plug into the internal source.
And
And
remember,
then,
feel that because you're breaking through and you're getting rid of that dense, heavy
mm-hmm,
energy. Okay.
mm-hmm. And then 4 is the connection to the internal, the infinite
Yes.
source of energy. And then
Yes.
from that place, being guided to what action to make.
Being guided. And you can be then guided because you've gone through those first few steps and you're getting through that dark, dense, stagnant, harsh energy, and now open, cleared, like it dissipated, and now you can connect, have clarity. Yeah, if you're in our midlife stages and you just don't know which way to go, you're feeling disconnected, do this. Even if you're not triggered, this is something that you can just go ahead and take your quiet time, conscious awareness, and reflect. And this is just a beautiful thing to just get guidance every day, whether you call it what you want, but that higher being, higher power, and just ask it, what should I be doing, or ask a specific question, and the answers that will start coming once we kind of get rid of a lot of that dense energy.
Yeah. So I just
So
started
beautiful.
today a 40-day manifestation process that I love to do. Kabbalah teaches that 40 days, and I know other spiritualities teach us 40 days is a very powerful
Yep,
container to make a
yep,
shift. So I
yep.
just started today, but people can join anytime. I have a workbook on my website that kind of guides us through this
Yes.
process. And every morning at 8 a.m., I'm doing a live where I'm doing it with whoever wants to do it. So if anyone in your
I
audience wants to make
love
a shift
it.
and a breakthrough, they can join.
Hey, good. And this is 8 a.m. What time? What time zone?
So I'm Pacific, but
Okay.
I'll save it on my feed for the 24 hours. And then I actually have it linked in the highlights. So if anyone starts later, they can jump in at any point.
Exactly. Oh, that's so awesome. See, so there are free resources out there to just start your path. And this is your chance to just start that beautiful energy flow, that's right here from Abigail. And yes, 40 is a strong number. Gestational weeks of us humans is 40 weeks, right? Not, so
Oh, yeah.
this is awesome that you're tying that into your manifestation period. And 30 days is what they said that you need to build a habit. So then it's like you got that extra 10 days to just like push,
Mm,
push, push. And so this is good. This is good. Last words for anyone to just give this a try for a
mm,
better energy flow and manifestation. If they want this one thing that they just cannot seem to get, what can you tell them?
mm. I mean, if you feel stuck, just know there is a path. There's always a path to get through. Now, I don't know specifically what it is for everyone. If you go
Uh-huh.
internally, if you trust that you are worthy to break through it and you connect to the divinity in you and tap into this power, you will get through it for sure,
Uh-huh.
without a doubt. It may be hard. Actually, the harder it is, the better it's going to be in the end. I promise. That's a universal law. The more dark energy you have to reveal, it's the more light in the end.
The more
But
sunshine. Yes. Yes.
but there is always a path. So don't give up.
Yes. Oh, I love that. Exactly. And yeah, man, anybody who's listening, drop some comments down below. If you want to hear more, any topics about this, related to the Kabbalah or energy, drop some comments down. Let us know. And every couple of weeks, we'll touch on this. That's what we're all about here. We're going to do it. We're going to get it. Yes, yes, yes.
Amazing. This is
Abigail,
a delight.
yes, for sure. Thank you so much. You're a blessing. And we'll chat soon.
Yeah. Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye.